Bonjour, Rohan.
Bonjour.
Je m'appelle Trey. Comment allez-vous?
Je vais bien, toi?
So you've been here for several months now. I'm wondering how the adjustment's been for you going from Montana State to Arkansas. Where have you improved? What has been a challenge for you?
I think I adjusted pretty well because I think we have a good tight end group, a good tight end coach, and just like I think we have a lot of good people in the offense that facilitated the adjustment for me. And I think it's the same thing for Jaden and all the new guys on offense. I think we all work together to like get up to the standard of the offense. So it's been a pretty fun journey, but it was pretty cool.
I also speak a little Texan, Jaden. I'm curious for you. Obviously, every school does things a little differently. Arkansas, Texas A&M, both SEC programs. What have been some of the differences, maybe that's jumped out to you going from A&M to Arkansas?
I would say the biggest difference is the culture and the family at Arkansas. You know, kind of when I came here, the family aspect of things hit me right away. Like here, I could go up to any guy in the locker room. It doesn't matter position. Weight or height, whatever it is, I could go up to him and have a conversation and it be real, you know, and that's something that I appreciate, and I'm sure everyone else does. You know, everything is like a family, and the meaning one hog, like that's true. It's true what it is.
What was your biggest focus in the offseason? And I know you were beat up a little bit in the spring. How do you feel right now, and just how do you feel you've come along?
I feel great right now, and the biggest thing for me in the summer was getting faster and getting stronger and learning the offense. Really trying to get the offense down so I can play confident, I can play fast, and you know it's been great. You know, Coach Souders has done a great job with everyone. You know, we've made a lot of big jumps, and you know it's all thanks to him and his staff, and I really appreciate that.
Rohan, Jaden's talking about some of the jumps in the weight room. I know you put on almost roughly 10 pounds. What was the most difficult part of adding all that weight?
I think for me, it was a little bit at first like eating when I wasn't hungry, but I knew I had to put that weight on. But I have a big appetite, so it was okay. And also, like he said, Coach Souders had a great weight program for guys to gain weight along with nutrition. So it wasn't that much of a hassle at all. It was just mostly about just keeping the speed up while putting on weight. But our whole staff did a great job about that.
I know it's only been 2 practices, but can you feel the difference with, you know, the added weight and added muscle already?
I don't feel it, but we can see a little bit on tape. Like I feel a lot more comfortable blocking and going against bigger guys. And I just feel overall I feel good.
So from Montreal to Montana to now Arkansas, any culture shocks for you since you've gotten here into Fayetteville?
Not crazy, but it's my first time being like in the South. So we got a lot of barbecue and stuff like that, but it's cool. I like it. And it's been a great journey for me just getting to travel the U.S., being a Canadian player. And I think everywhere I've been, people have let me in and taken me into the community. So it's really a great experience.
Coach Turner was just up here talking about Andreas kind of being the main returning guy, just opening his arms and welcoming the Titans in, going go-karting. Could y'all both speak to Andreas and what he's meant to the room?
He's meant a lot. He's been, you know, a pillar for the room. He's been a leader. He's every time, you know, we mess up, he's always right there to, and that's what we need. That's what we needed, you know, as a group is someone to lead us, and that's something he's done. You know, me and I don't know if Rohan had as much, but you know, I had some struggles with the offense, and he helped me, and you know, now I'm playing confident, I'm playing fast, and that's thanks to him. So, like I said, he's been a pillar and he's been a leader for us.
To add on to that, I think, like he said, having a guy that already knew the system we were working in, it was a lot easier for him to guide us and help us do that. And that go-kart activity was not fun. I was puking. I was trying to go a little bit too fast, but
That was the big one up in Bentonville, the fast one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's done a great job of like keeping us a tight knit group, and just I think we all get along a lot, and it's been super fun.
Did you overlap with Coach Petrino at A&M in
sir.
recruitment? What do you think of him, and did you know the offense a little bit?
Yes, I think there was a lot of overlap, you know, and I really appreciate Coach Petrino. You know, he's always believed in me. Ever since I was at A&M, he was always telling me, you know, you have the talent to do what you want to do. You just got to go do it, and that's kind of followed here, you know. And like I said, I really appreciate all that he's done and all the support he's shown, and you know, I really trust his offense that it's gonna create some sparks this year.
Did you grow up bilingual? I mean, that was part of the family stuff, or what?
Pardon me?
Bilingual.
Oh yeah, I'm fluent in French.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We forgot Maine though. Coach Turner was talking to us about you wanting like challenges and kind of pushing yourself. So, can you speak to maybe Maine to Montana State, what that meant, and then coming here, pushing yourself?
I mean, through my whole journey, like as a Canadian football player, I think it was just like challenges and adversity. But I knew that my talent and my willpower would take me to where I would need to be. So from Maine, I know like it wasn't the best experience because we weren't like a really high level program and we weren't very good. But I think like just putting in the work every day and striving for my goals. From there, I transferred to Montana State. We had a really great season, and I had a great time there. It was amazing. But then we had a coaching change, and my OC left. So I knew like it might not be the same thing this upcoming year. So I just wanted to see like what opportunities were open to me because I think I had worked hard and I knew I could make another jump. And then talking with Coach Turner, Coach Petrino, and I knew like coming here would be a great fit for me. And I came on the visit, and I didn't even leave after the visit. I came on my visit and enrolled to school and stayed here ever since.
Really just for both of you guys and developing your relationship with Taylor and the other quarterbacks and really the offense as a whole, just what have been the biggest, I guess, obstacles? How have you guys kind of taken that on?
You can go first, yeah.
I think like Taylor's a great guy, and we're all neighbors. Like the three of us live on the same street, so I think we spend a lot of time together, like not only football wise but outside of football, and that's great for just building chemistry, building a connection between us, and kind of like the timing aspect. Like he knows where to put the ball for Jaden, he knows where to put the ball for me, and he's done a great job of like bringing us to throw on the weekends when there's no mandatory workouts. So I think he did a great job with us.
Yeah, I'd say to add on to that, for me, Talon is a follower of Jesus Christ, and that's something I looked up to in him. And, he leads the Bible study. So that was really easy to connect with him, like kind of on that level. And then from there, kind of football just followed naturally. Like he said, we'd get work in a lot, and we put in the work, and you're starting to see that develop now. The chemistry that he has with Rohan, the chemistry he has with me is just kind of, it's starting to click. And like I said, I really appreciate him as well for, kind of bringing us both in and letting us work.
Just out of curiosity, who won the go-kart race?
I think Andreas was like
He was number one.
Yeah.
I can say I was last, except for the last time.
Andreas must have went in practice because like he was like drifting at the right time to hit the turn. Like it was crazy.
He was getting like record times at the go-kart place. So.
No, he's nice. He's nice.
For both of you, besides the team building of go-karting, you talked a lot about Andreas, helping you learn the offense. What are just the ways in which that he did that, whether it's, on the sidelines pulling you aside or maybe spending time at someone's house? How did that sort of develop?
I think just in the meetings, like just when we're going through stuff, he'd always like give me tips to remember the plays or like, oh, this play is this. And also like he's always been available if I need to FaceTime him, call him and be like, oh, looking over the plays, what's this? He's been great because he knows everything. And I think he prides himself on really like understanding the offense at a higher level. So like his comprehension of the offense makes it easy for us to think of it the same way as him.
I would say just to second that, the availability, just he's always there telling us, like, if we mess up a play or, even the standard, like the standard of the offense, the characters of our offense, grit, toughness, all of that. He's there. If we're not holding that up, like especially earlier on in the spring, he was right there telling us, like, that's not our standard, and so like that, and being there in the playbook really in the meetings is just, he's been there a lot, so.
Jaden, I think if I remember talking to you in recruiting, you were committed to Coach Turner at Stanford, right? Yes, and then he came here, like staff changed, and you went to A&M, and then you signed with Coach Turner again here. Just talk about the connection with Coach Turner.
It's been great. I always believe in Coach Turner and his ability to develop great tight ends, and he has. He has proven talent, and that's one thing that I'm grateful for is that he knows way beyond like the blocking techniques, even routes. Like he's taught me a lot in routes, but I mean blocking, he knows what he's talking about, and he's given me a lot of tips that have helped me drastically improve my blocking. And like I said, I always believed in him, but now I'm seeing it like firsthand that he knows how to develop tight ends.
This is for both of you. It's kind of off the wall question, but Antonio Jordan is just a true freshman, but a wide receiver. I know you play tight end, but what's been your impressions of Antonio after seeing him in summer and in 2 practices?
I think after 2 practices, we can see like he has playmaker ability, and he's definitely like he has his long arms. He's a big target, and he just goes up and gets it. So I think he's going to be a great addition to our offense.
Yeah, to saying that he is going to be a great addition to the offense. He's big and tall, he's fast, and he can go make plays. He's been making a lot of plays recently, and he's been making his strides. So I think he's going to be a great addition to the offense.
Rohan, you missed the lobster rolls in Maine?
We were in northern Maine, so we didn't really have a lot of seafood, but I did go down to Portland, Maine, the capital, and I had lobster. It was pretty good. Yeah.
I was wondering with Bobby being from Montana and you living there, obviously, y'all have any discussions about, Montana stuff?
Yeah, it came up a couple of times when we were talking over the phone during recruiting, because I had no idea he was from Montana, and then we were talking about it because he knew a couple spots that were near the university, so it was kind of like an awkward thing, but it was super funny because I was like, how does he know all this? But yeah, it's funny.
So when you hit the portal, what was your, I guess, thought process from hearing from Arkansas? Did it feel like it was out of the blue, and just what was the first contact, and just how did that conversation go exactly?
I mean, it was my second time in the portal, so I was just like, once again, I was just like betting on myself and seeing what's out there. And then when I heard from the coaches, like I don't really care about the logo or the school or whatever. I just want to see how the connection is with the coaches. And after speaking with Coach Petrino, Coach Turner, even Coach Pittman, it just felt like it felt natural, and it felt like they saw me in the same way I see myself, and they had a spot opening for me to come in and do what I do. So I think it was just like, it kind of felt like a how do you say that?
Fit.
Yeah, like a perfect fit. Yeah.
Obviously, it's I guess difficult coming from Canada and getting into big time football in the United States and stuff. I'm curious, like, you obviously been in the weight room. You look like you have. What did you look like when you were in high school? Was this all something like post college, or were you a late bloomer? Any of that kind of stuff?
I was always like a bigger, faster guy, so that's why I kept like pushing with football, because I thought I really had a chance. But I will say at some lower levels in Canadian football, like it was kind of like too easy for me. But then like getting through high school and we have kind of mandatory prep school that we go to before college. I think like I saw that like I really had a chance, so I just kept pursuing it.
How'd you get into football? Like, how old were you? Is it a family thing? And I know it's very popular in Canada, but still not as big as it is here.
Yeah, no, I actually played soccer growing up, and then like I was always, like I said, I was bigger and stronger than everyone, and I couldn't really use that in soccer. I was getting like yellow cards, red cards, and then like I was driving with my mom, and we saw a football practice, and I was like, "What's that?" And I saw like guys hitting each other. I was like I could play that. So then I signed up, and now I'm here.
Do you dream of playing in the SEC as a kid growing up in Canada, or like at what age did it kind of like this was the challenge that was a goal for you?
I will be honest, I didn't know what the SEC was till like maybe last year. Like being from Canada, I didn't know the conferences, I didn't know the teams. Like for me, it was just like I had my one offer from Maine out of high school, and I was like, this is my chance. Like I'll pursue it. But I had no idea about the conferences, anything. Like all I know is that my dream school was Syracuse because it was like right next to Canada. But I didn't know any teams, anything. But like getting to know about it, I was like, that's where I want to be, and now I'm here.
Jaden, just real quick, what are your first impressions of Gavin, the true freshman, with you guys in the room?
He's been great. He's been we've really helped him, and that's Dre helps him a lot too. And just kind of guiding him. He's big and strong. And he can make those plays. And I've seen him run some routes. He's the tallest in the room, so he can go up there and get that ball, and he's been pretty good.
Hey, Rohan, I'm new here and find your background story to be fascinating. So naturally, a kid growing up in Canada, hockey, any kind of background in that sport?
No, I know how to skate. Like I can skate okay, but skating with the stick and everything, no, I can't do that. That's too much coordination for me.
Did you, given the culture, especially Montreal, did you feel like an outcast? Not really playing the sport.
Not necessarily an outcast, but I would say like hockey was really expensive growing up, so I never really was interested in it. But even if I would, I don't think I would have had the chance to play hockey. But it was like I don't really like the sport. Like I've been to a bunch of hockey games, but I never really had any like love for the sport.
I would imagine, being a bigger kid, skates are probably a little hard to come by.
Yeah, and
his skating in any way translated to what you do athletically?
Not really. Nah.
Guys, great job.